Hey besties, welcome back. Today we're creating the ultimate Christmas heart bento cake. This one's perfect for gifting, sharing, or showing off on your Instagram. And get this, the inside is red velvet, so it's just as festive on the inside as it is on the outside. Let's get into it. For this design, here's what you'll need. A heart-shaped red velvet mini cake. I baked mine yesterday and kept it chilled overnight. Some buttercream frosting. I colored mine green for the base, white for fluffy accents, and red for those classic holiday vibes. Piping bags for different tips, star and leaf tips for those details, and of course a bento box to make it gift ready. Now that we're all set, let's get to decorating. Alright besties, it's time to start with the crumb coat, aka the glow up layer for our cake. Think of it as a skincare primer before your makeup. We're laying down a thin layer of frosting to lock in those crumbs so they don't mess with our masterpiece later. Start by adding a thin layer of frosting all over. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is just the foundation. If you're like me and obsessed with aesthetics, don't stress yet. Think of it as your cake's cozy winter sweater before we get dressed her up for the party. Pro tip, keep your spatula flat and use your turntable to spin the cake. Let it do all the work for you. And oh my god, how cute is this red velvet peeking through? She's like, I'm bold, festive, and ready to slay. Once your crumb coat is done, pop the cake in the fridge for about 10 minutes. This helps it set and makes the green top layer so much easier to apply. While we wait, it's the perfect time to sip on some peppermint mocha or scroll on Pinterest for some holiday inspo. First, we're going to frost the entire cake with green buttercream. Use an offset spatula to cover it evenly. Don't worry too much about it being perfect because the piping will cover the edges. Once it's frosted, smooth it out as best as you can. Here's a tip. Dip your spatula in hot water, wipe it off, and then glide it over the frosting for a smooth finish. Okay, the green base is done and it already looks so festive. Now let's start adding the fun details. We're starting with the top of the border. I'm using an open star tip to pipe these fluffy white reverse shells. Start from the edge and loop inward. It gives such a cozy snowy look. On the inside edge of this white border, we'll add a red shell border. Use a star tip and just pipe little overlapping shells around the curve. It's giving candy cane energy, right? Now for the centerpiece. Right where the heart creases at the top, I'm piping 3 red rosettes using a star tip. Then to make a pop, I'm adding green leaves around each rosette using a leaf tip. Gently squeeze and pull outward and release. It's so satisfying seeing these leaves form. These little details make it feel so elegant. Now let's decorate the sides. I'm creating these little leaf groupings that cascade down the sides of the cake. Use the same leaf tip and pipe small clustered. It kind of looks like a festive greenery. At the top of each grouping, I'm adding a single rosette that tie it all together. It's giving mini wreath vibes, and I'm obsessed. If you're ready to become a baking queen, check out my ebook, Bake Like a Boss, Baking for Beginners. It's packed with fun recipes, pro tips, and all the secrets to slay in the kitchen. Grab your copy now and start baking like a boss.